Do you own ICP or are you thinking about owning ICP? I'm going to show you 3 short clips of Dominic Williams, who's the chief scientist and the founder of the DFINITY organization, or as I like to call him, Mr. ICP, or for our international audience, it's Senior ICP. So Senior ICP there was this video, I believe he was in Singapore, and he was having a discussion. It's maybe 30 minutes long. I'll put a link to the video down below. But let's get into 3 things that I think you really should know about ICP. Whether you own it or not, these are things that if you're talking to anyone else about ICP, you can use these as examples. So let's get into 3 short clips, which I think point out very important aspects of the Internet Computer, ICP.
Smart contracts really a new kind of software, and this new kind of software has amazing properties. So it's hosted on the network, obviously. One of the properties is that it's tamper-proof. A smart contract is guaranteed to run the logic as written against the correct data. And in a sense, you can think of that as meaning that a smart contract is immune to a cyber attack. You don't need to protect it with a firewall or anti-malware to stop it being infected with ransomware or something. So, for me, that you can make it autonomous, which means that you can get rid of human controllers either by making it non-updatable or putting it under the control of a DAO. It's composable. So I saw that all these properties existed, and so my conclusion in 2015 was inevitably smart contract software. I don't think it'll be called smart contracts forever. It's a very silly name. Came from Nick Szabo. But network resident, blockchain resident software will actually become the default backend software.
So in that first clip, he talked about smart contracts being tamper-proof, and he also said another way of explaining it was blockchain resident software. I think that's a great way to explain it. Blockchain resident software. Okay, that was the first clip. Let's get into the second one.
In the last 2 years, especially, we've seen a massive wave of AI applications. And a big part of that is, people are worried about who gets to control these models. This is a perfect example for where blockchains can come in, or just generally large compute actually helps. So what I'm curious to understand is how do you think about AI actually getting more on-chain natively, and what do you think are the possibilities here?
Yeah, so as always, we tend to see things differently to the rest of the crypto industry. And, for us, when people say, what's the intersection of crypto and blockchain? We see AI running on chain, and we also see AI building on chain. So, first of all, we think AI should run as smart contracts. And yeah, it's true that you can put it under the control of a DAO and so on, but there are actually reasons why enterprises are going to want to do this. So, we were already familiar with the problem of creating a hot wallet, creating some kind of Web 2 website, which has got a private key inside the backend code on Amazon Web Services that maintains a hot wallet. Sooner or later, someone will hack into that, take the key and steal all the crypto. Well, AI is like that, but with data. So if you want to run your own AI, and increasingly people are doing that because they don't want to upload all their data to, OpenAI or Anthropic or X, whatever. The challenge is that, probably you're running your own AI because the data is very confidential. Like imagine a law firm, a law firm with 100 or 200 partners or something, and this AI maybe has a context database and it's downloading all of the emails with clients, all of the previous legal filings, relevant case law, legal text, and the partners want to speak to this AI and get answers to assist their clients or prepare for trial. It will be extremely useful for that, and maybe they built it using Llama 3 or something. But the problem is, if it gets hacked, the law firm's over, and they're going to ruin the lives of their clients, because in order to be useful, that AI has to have access to all of that super confidential information. And that super confidential information will be in one place. So if you put it on Amazon Web Services or some kind of traditional Web 2 tech, you've created a hot wallet for sensitive data. And of course, that's what cyber attackers will zero in on.
So that was AI on-chain, building on-chain, and running as smart contracts or blockchain resident software, and why it makes sense. Let's look at the third clip.
And there's no way of keeping Web 2 tech secure. You can think you're a security expert. You can think you've securely configured Linux in your database and you've got a firewall and your anti-intrusion monitoring software and your anti-malware. There's absolutely no way you can be sure that some software patch, some zero-day exploit, something won't let an attacker in. It's just a matter of time, really. And cybersecurity is about to get a whole lot worse with AI because AI can already hack systems very effectively, but GPT is locked down. But if you can get hold of an unlocked version of GPT, you can use it to already hack. It's been demonstrated, systems very widely. So you've got this problem, like you're this law firm, you want to run an AI model securely. You don't want it to be a hot wallet for your client's data, whereby if it gets hacked because it's running on Web 2, all of those confidential emails with your clients, all of those legal filings, and so on, make it into the public domain, blowing up your law firm and ruining your clients' lives. So you're in this kind of, what do you do? Well, our answer is that you run your AI as a smart contract. On the internet computer, it's to some extent privacy preserving, and you can also run a private internet computer to control the nodes. And that means even if someone has hardware access, they can't get it.
So there's the third one. Web 2 really can't be secure. So running AI on smart contracts through ICP or blockchain resident software makes complete sense. And take a look at this case in point. This article here, what just happened was Fidelity had a breach of 77,000 customers' information. So this is exactly what he was talking about and this just happened. This is October 11th, 24. These kind of things pop up all the time. You see them. It's terrible. And his point was, hey, Web 2, it's eventually going to be hacked. You have to assume that at some point someone will be able to get in. But his answer is ICP. Thank you for watching. I hope this was helpful for you to learn more about ICP, to explain it to others, to know what you own, or to consider getting into it. Have a great day. Hope we can all make generational wealth together with crypto.